Hi and welcome to Tarot Rebel. Today we're gonna have a pick a card reading, and I'm hoping to channel messages that you need to hear to help you go through this next month, this next period. But this is also timeless, so keep that in mind as well. We have 3 groups, as you can see here. I went with very autumn kind of feel to this. We have a feather for group 1, we have acorn for group 2, and we have this dried flower for group 3. Take your time and choose whatever group calls to you the most. If you need to pause the video, you can do so. Follow your intuition and let it guide you through the messages you need to hear the most. Of course, if you're inclined to pick more than one group, you're more than welcome to do so. Also, please keep in mind that you need to take with you what resonates the most, and this is also always about your own power and how you decide you want things to go. Okay. Hi, group 1. If you choose the feather, this is for you, this is a message for you. And today we're gonna ask the universe and see what messages you need to hear from your spirits and your guides. The messages are only for some of you, and it might not resonate for all of you, but if it does, please leave a comment down below so I know that this serves anyone. We're gonna start with tarot. I'm gonna shuffle them on camera because I didn't have time to do it. Let's see. What messages does group 1 need to hear? What messages does group 1 need to hear? Tell me the messages for group 1, please. Page of Swords. What messages does group 1 need to hear? Okay, the Death card, the Chariot, Ten of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and I'm going to take this one, which is the Six of Swords. Okay, so what do you need to hear right now? Your focus is somewhere where you need to accept a change that's coming your way, and I'm not saying you're happy with it. You're not necessarily rejecting this change here, this transformation that's coming your way, and I think it's coming your way really fast. So for some of you, it may be a change that you're not necessarily active participant to this change, but I think you're more you have to be more accepting of what's happening there. And it looks like with this this Death card and this Chariot, this might be someone who's a water sign, either Scorpio or Cancer, but I think this change relates to something that gives you fulfillment, that gives you that stability, that happiness within your family life. And with the Ten of Pentacles and Ten of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, this further feeds into that impression that you are looking through this change. You're looking to gain more stability, to be more grounded in what has to be your home life. And I think in order for you to do so, because this card jumped out of it, I think you need to make sure you move on from something that doesn't serve you anymore. And I think this, again, this reinforces the Death card message, because you for you to accept a transformation, a metamorphosis this huge, you need to be willing to move on from that, right? And your focus seems to be very clear. As you can see, everything points to this card, everything goes to this card, and this is a jumper that to me tells me it's just a reminder that this is what you need to do, this is what you need to reenact in order for you to achieve this Ten of Cups, this happy card. Let me check the bottom of the deck. The bottom of the deck is the Knight of Swords. So you start off with the energy of the Page of Swords, and then you at the bottom of the deck you have the Knight of Swords. Something that's again a very fast moving energy, just like this Chariot. And to me it's a very air-like focus, like think of a very good strategic kind of person, but with focus on the emotional and the material world. So I kind of like this. It's very, I know what I want and I'm gonna go and get it. Let's see clarifiers for each of the cards. Tell me more about this Page of Swords, please. Okay, I'm gonna take you and you. So this Page of Swords comes with Three of Pentacles and the Fool energy. Your focus is quite new. It's something that I think came up to you because you were inspired by someone. Because you have this Three of Pentacles, and with the Fool card here, it tells me that it was just a spark that light up the whole room for you, and you said, "Ooh, this sounds like a good idea, so I need to go follow that through." And this is how it happened to you. Tell me more about the Death card, please. Just gonna shift some of these cards a bit just to make sure they're all in the frame. Tell me more about the Death card, please. Okay, so you have the Emperor. It looks like for you, you're trying to achieve your own power and stability, and Emperor is such a massive energy, and whenever I see this this Death card in this deck, I get the same impression. Like it's someone stepping on someone else. And I'm not saying the Emperor is a very similar energy, but people in the Emperor energy can be tyrannical sometimes. So it kind of makes sense for you to embrace that transformation and make it work to your advantage, even if it means to step on people. Let's see, tell me more about the Chariot. You have the Four of Pentacles. Interesting, because as much as Chariot and the Knight of Swords are very fast moving energies, they're also very, very selfish in a way, very conquering, and the level of willpower these cards have with the energy they bring with them, it's only matched by this selfish act from the Four of Pentacles. Let's see, tell me more about the Ten of Cups. Tell me more about the Ten of Cups. Okay. The Page of Pentacles. This Page of Pentacles, I think it's a learning kind of energy, but also a very hard-working energy. So to me, it looks like you're working towards this goal, towards making this happy family, making this relationship fulfilled as it should, as you feel it's correct to be. Tell me more about the Queen of Pentacles, please. You don't want to tell me. Interesting. You have the World. You view as you growing into this energy as being the end goal for you. This World energy talks about accomplishments and achievements, and the Queen of Pentacles is a very apart from being a very nurturing kind of energy, she's also very focused and very hardworking and very grounded in what makes her tick. So I think that she is very well clarified by this World energy, which talks about achieving your goals and growing into your power and being able to align with your power, right? Okay. Let's see what's the advice for you. What's the advice for group 1, please? What's the advice for group 1? Oh, my cards are upside down. Yes. We start very strongly with the Seven of Pentacles, talking about you needing to focus on your work and you needing to focus on whatever benefits you can reap from the work you've done so far. Think of investments, think of maybe open up a new business that can help you grow. Look at all your achievements and see how they can be used to your advantage to help you grow even further. Let's see. What else? Have the Nine of Pentacles. Why are my cards all upside down? I don't read reversals, so that's weird. So you have the Nine of Pentacles. Again, a very, very strong independent energy. You're working towards that, and I think your goal right now is to be more stable and secure in terms of finances and jobs. What's the advice for group 1, please? Okay. Oh, so many cards. I'm gonna take you to like this. Oh, plenty of cards. So we have Nine of Wands, Six of Cups. We have Seven of Swords, the Emperor again, and what else? Have the Magician. I saw the Magician when I was no, sorry, this is the Hangman. Oh, I thought it was the Magician because I saw it when I was shuffling the cards, so I was happy to see it. Okay, let's see. This is quite a lot to unpack. So, the advice for you, as I said, focus on work and something that gives you stability and groundness in terms of finances and career. But what else do you have? I think it's something from your past that's lingering because it makes you feel reserved, as if you have to be on constant alert, like you always have to keep your guard up. But you need to make sure that this thing from the past, you don't let it hang over you, because it looks like it still has a hold on you and it's not a very positive one. It makes you feel a bit too guarded. So it's one thing to want to be safe, which all these pentacles in your reading and the Emperor and everything, this is what they speak to, but you feel like you're in a constant fight or flight energy. With this Seven of Swords, it's quite understandable. I think these 3 cards are very telling of what happened in the past. Some kind of a lie, some kind of a deceit happened there, and it made you feel like, yeah, things were nice for a while, but then you didn't feel safe, like you can trust that situation, that person. Right now, again, with this Emperor energy, you have it twice in your reading, which is amazing. You're trying to grow into this very, very grounded, very stable, very safe energy, and you're trying to be confident enough to stand on your own without relying on anyone, because it feels like, as I said, in the past you were relying on someone, which made you feel betrayed. And the other two cards that showed up were the Hangman and the Five of Swords. The Hangman talks about a sacrifice of some sorts, is the card of the martyr, and I kind of get the impression, based on this situation here from the past, that you felt quite suspended in a situation that didn't serve you, but you didn't know how to get out of there. And with this Hangman here, I think you're still experiencing the aftermath of that martyrdom that you have to go through. And with this Five of Swords, it's very, very unique in this depiction. You see this snake going through this the swords, very dangerously close to the blade. I think it still makes you feel the same, and this is why you're still guarded and you still view people with very deceiving kind of eye. Bottom of the deck energy is this Justice card. And for me, the Justice, strong Libra energy, but also talks about legal matters. So for some of you, this might tell you that you need to pay attention to some contracts that you're working on. I don't know why I get the impression that for some of you this might mean divorce, especially with the Ten of Cups here and the Six of Cups, the Seven of Swords, the Five of Swords. I think for some of you this might be a divorce and you're trying to overcome this, but it's very painful with all the swords. And for those of you who don't feel like that, like this divorce situation doesn't apply to you, I think there was a situation where you felt betrayed by someone, felt that you weren't treated fairly by them, and it left you a bit torn inside and distrusting of everyone that came your way. Let's see how we can clarify this. Tell me more. I'm not going to clarify all of them, because the advice to keep on working and work on your independence, I think it's very, very straightforward, but I need to know what this situation from the past is. So I'd like to clarify for group 1. Okay, two more cards, again with the Six of Cups and the Seven of Cups. I feel like in this past situation, someone had too many options, and I think you felt like you were not chosen by them. The Seven of Swords, clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. I think it talks to you not listening to whatever deceit might come your way, but rather focus on work and focus on things that actually serve you. Because you have the Seven of Pentacles. Look at your investment and see them grow. Look at what you've achieved so far and how to multiply that achievement. Look at the Nine of Pentacles talks about, look at the life of luxury you built for yourself. And by luxury, I don't mean necessarily luxury. You buy the $3 billion car. I don't know. I'm not good with cars. But it tells you to learn how to be self-sufficient. It tells you to be your own emperor. It tells you to work hard and focus on what's your goal. And for me, I think you are choosing to focus on your pentacles, on your job, on your finances, because you're trying to move on from this negativity in the past. But at the same time, your end goal is to have the Ten of Cups again, right? Okay. Tell me more about the Emperor. See, I knew that at some point the Magician will show up. I think this Emperor, because you have it twice, this is a kind of fake it till you make it kind of energy. You want to inhabit this strong hard-headed, stubborn, but not to the point of I don't know, insanity kind of stubbornness, but you want to inhabit this power, this leadership, this stability, this structure, this very organized kind of individual. And I think with this magician, at least you've set your eyes on something. I don't know, I keep looking at this butterfly here and I see the eyes and I think you've set your eyes on being this, and this is what you're going to achieve. This is how you're going to accomplish. You're going to blend all the elements, the wands, the pentacles, the swords and the cups to make this fantastic, beautiful individual to help you grow into your power. Okay, let's see. Let's take the oracle decks and how to achieve, how to apply the advice, how to grow into your own energy. Okay, you have two of them. See, first I have to notice you have man holding a heart. I think you're focused on love very, very much. But at the same time, you're focused on your finances. So it's no wonder that pentacles are in your chart, in your reading, plenty, because I think you're stressed about some finance situation, and you choose to focus on that to gain at least some sense of stability in your life. Trying to put them to be visible in the frame. Sorry, doesn't look that great. Okay, that's too many of them. One more, please. Patience, interesting. And the bottom of the deck, you have man holding a heart, woman holding a heart. Let's see what other advice we have for you. What's the advice for group 1, please? Financial health. Your money situation is all over the place. I'm sorry to say that, but okay, what else? You are too many, but I'm gonna get this transformation card, which is the death card again, and I'm gonna get the dreams, the trust, and the new beginnings. Okay, let's see what we can make of this. And energy on the bottom of the deck is inspiration, so at least we have that. It looks like you're learning to have patience and you're learning to get past this financial constraint situation, and at the same time you have trouble with your love life. I think you were, I don't want to say cheated on, but maybe someone wasn't completely honest with you, and this is why you're still keeping your guard up. But deep down inside, you want to give in to this temptation to open up your heart and accept love from whomever comes your way. In terms of finances and transformation, I think this is where your focus is, and I think this death situation might be someone who's willing to trade their job for something else. So this might see some of you, and this is why you need to pay attention to those contracts. So you might get a new job, or you might get a promotion, and you need to pay attention to that legal situation, because otherwise you'll get into a situation that doesn't serve you, or it will cause you financial trouble in the long run. You also have dreams, trust, and new beginnings. The dream situation, I think this is because you're very rooted in the ground, in the material world, especially with those finances, the love situation. So your focus is split in finances and relationships, but you don't seem to focus on yourself, on your spiritual well-being, on your evolution. So I think this is where dreams and inspiration come to help you. Both cards talk about the connection with spirit, talk about listening to your intuition, talk about being aware of the 4D, 5D. So maybe take note of that and see how it goes for you. You also have the trust and the new beginnings cards, and I kind of want to read them together. Trust, new beginnings, because you also want this situation to happen, the woman holding a heart and man holding a heart. Let's see what's a reminder for you. Okay. You have the Dahlia, dignity. A wise man has dignity without pride. A fool has pride without dignity. So keep that in mind. That's your message that you need to remember. And let's see, what's your affirmation? What's an affirmation for group 1, please? My ability to receive is measured by how much I practice good feeling thoughts. So you need to focus on that. This is a very beautiful message. Okay, group 1, thank you so much for joining me. Take what resonates with you. This is always about your own power and how you decide you want things to go. I hope to see you in a next video. Thank you and bye. Hi group 2, thank you for joining me. If you chose this acre, this message is for you. Today we're gonna ask the universe and see what messages you need to hear from your spirits and guides. Messages are for some of you. If they don't resonate with you, you can choose another pile and see what resonates for you. Okay, let's see. What does group 2 need to hear now? What does group 2 need to hear? Okay, have a jumper. The Fool. Interesting. I like this new beginning kind of energy. Okay, 2 more. Oh, 3 more. So you have the Fool, the 8 of Wands, the 6 of Wands, the 3 of Wands. Wow, lots of fire energy, lots of creative energy, passion, and the Queen of Pentacles. I think group 1 had the Queen of Pentacles in the exact same position. Let's see, the bottom of the deck energy is this Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so what do you need to hear? I think you're ready to jump on this new beginning situation. You're ready to look behind you with a very careless, carefree kind of attitude and say, I don't care what happened, I'm just gonna take this new opportunity and go for it. And you can see this Fool is bathing in the light of the moon. He's happy, he's content, not afraid of whatever might come his way. There are some weird fish jumping out of the pond, but he doesn't care. He dances under the light of the moon like there's no tomorrow. And I think you're ready to take that leap of faith as well. You're basing this energy off a very fast moving message coming your way, and you're kind of reaping what you're sowing based on this message. It's something you've expected. It's something that you kind of knew it was coming your way, and it's like you made plans with someone, some friend, and then you were waiting for permission from your parents, but you were treating it as if you already had the permission, something like that. I don't know why I said that, because I'm pretty sure most of you are not even living with your parents in that way. But I kind of, this is where I'm going for. You were basing this acceptance of new beginning, and for some of you this might mean some travel, because you also have the Six of Wands, the Three of Wands, and this looks like a contract to me. It looks like something you were expecting, and this is your dance of joy when you accept that contract to come your way and for you to fulfill it, right? Again, based on this message, you are triumphant and you're feeling accomplished and acknowledged by your peers, by your teammates, people you work with, your friends. Everyone seems to acknowledge your accomplishment and to celebrate that. And I think based on that, as much as you are happy with this new beginning, and as much as you are happy with the accomplishments you're being celebrated for, I think your thoughts are also towards a new beginning. You're still planning, you're still thinking ahead, you're still in the phase of what step do I do next, where should I go next, you know? And with this Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, most of all, I think it's very clear for you that this is where you want to go. This is you're very focused. I think it's a very money driven kind of situation with the Ace of Pentacles and the Fool. You have two new beginnings in one row talking about this, but the way you're going to achieve that is by using your passion and your creativity to do so, to achieve that. Let's clarify some of these cards. Please clarify the Fool. Okay, let's see what jumped here. The Eight of Wands. It's uncanny. I look at the cards and it's just uncanny to see them replicate themselves. This Eight of Wands is clarified by the Eight of Swords. So as much as you want this message to come your way the way it does, and it will, I think I'm gonna ignore that because I wasn't thinking of any questions. I think it's going to create some kind of anxiety driven loop inside your head. I think you're gonna focus on the stakes that this situation will come with, instead of you enjoying it. Even though it looks really good for you, I think you'll be hung up on the negative aspects of it, and to me it doesn't look like you should. Tell me more about the Six of Wands. Tell me more about, too many cards, but I'll take you. Your Six of Wands have to do with the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Cups. It's a situation you're leaving behind, and again, this is that new beginning, I think, when you choose to move away from something and start something new, and it's going to be a successful move for you, but it's something to do with a situation that brings you financial, emotional fulfillment. Sorry. Tell me more about the Three of Wands. Tell me more about the Three of Wands, please. Oops, too many cards. Let's see. The Three of Wands, clarified by the Queen of Cups and the Five of Swords. Yes, you're thinking and overthinking something that has to do with your emotional well-being. You're feeling a bit at a loss in terms of your emotions. I think you, as much as your exterior tells me that you're very driven, very ambitious, very passionate, very focused on work and on achievements, this row tells me that you're very focused on your emotional side, on your emotional well-being, and right now it looks like you're not in the right headspace for that. You're bound to overthink, you're bound to miscommunicate with this Eight of Swords and Five of Swords, and you're also bound to think that things aren't expressed clearly for you. The Queen of Pentacles is clarified by the Six of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is the nurturer of the deck, and you need to be more gentle and more kind to you and to others. You need to accept other people's kindness, but I think most of all, you need to give it to others. You need to share more of you and to be more vulnerable, but I don't see that happening right now. But being more vulnerable doesn't mean you're weak. Being more vulnerable, it means you're just sharing your power with others and empower others in return. Okay, let's see. What's the advice for group 2, please? What's the advice for group 2? What's the advice? You have the Magician. You have the Fool and the Magician in the first row. Interesting. I like this. What's the advice? Too many cards. I'll take you. The Wheel of Fortune. You need to trust the process. You have the tools you need to make it happen, but you need to trust the process. It's like a gamble. It's very difficult to see it from your point of view, from where you're standing, but you need to trust the process, because this is coming with ending of cycles and beginning of new ones, but to your advantage. Okay. The Knight of Cups. Again, you're very focused on the emotional side, but you need to express those emotions. And this Knight of Cups comes to remind you that you need to speak up and tell people how you feel about them. Friends, family, co-workers, you need to let them know you appreciate them. You need to nurture that bond, and you need to give to them what you need to receive from them. Two more, please. Two more cards. The Six of Wands again. You need to trust that whatever you're doing right now, it's going to bring you the win you want, the triumph you want, the acknowledgement. One more, please. And the Page of Wands. And bottom of the deck is the Queen of Swords. Okay. So, as I said before, you have all the tools you need, and you need to trust the process. And at the same time, you need to tell people how you feel for them to be aware and to support you unconditionally, even further, right? And you also have this Page of Wands, which tells me that you need to use those wands that fire to your advantage. You need to use the whatever force that's driving you, whatever force that's fueling your ambition and your fire. You need to use it, and you need to make it the source of your power. And you also need to be more aware of the fact that you need to be more clear in your communication, because right now I feel like you're very overwhelmed by emotions, and it's making things difficult for you to express yourself. And you need to be more in tune with how people react to what you're saying and how you react to other people are saying. Okay. Clarifying the Magician is this Ace of Swords, which again talks about clear-cut communication and focus and new beginnings. You have loads of them. Have the Fool, the Ace of Pentacles, the Magician, the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Swords, the Four of Swords, clarifying the Wheel of Fortune. And this is interesting to me because, as I said before, you need to let go and you need to trust the process, that it's going to take you in the right direction, right? But this Four of Pentacles tells me you're not ready to do that. You're very much in your own zone, and you're not ready to accept that you either need to give, to trade out some of the things you have, or you need to accept some new things in your life. You're not ready for either. Tell me more about the Knight of Cups. The Strength card. Yes, strength. There is strength in being vulnerable and being open to people and letting them know how you feel. And as much as it makes you feel weak, there is strength in that. You think of it like that. You have control over your own emotions, first of all, over your own narrative, over how people perceive you, and over how you perceive people. Tell me more about the Six of Wands. The Moon. Interesting. The Six of Wands is a card of victory, but I think you're doubting this. As much as it makes you happy to be so celebrated by your peers, I think at the same time you suffer from imposter syndrome or something like that. This is how I'm seeing things. And in the light of the moon, things are not always what they seem to be. And I guess this is how you're feeling about this. But I think you need to, especially considering that this girl is dressed in the skin of a fish, and she's surrounded by fish, and it feels like you're wearing the suit of someone and you're pretending to be someone, especially with this moon card. And I think you need to trust yourself and to be happy with your accomplishment, because clearly other people are celebrating them, and you need to be proud of what you've achieved, because it's so much. Tell me more about this Page of Wands. Tell me more. Okay, the Page of Wands clarified by the Three of Wands again. This, as I said before, talks about planning ahead, talks about travel, maybe talks about strategic thinking, and I think this card brings it all together and tells you that you need to focus on that. You need to focus to drive your passion towards where you need to go, because right now it feels like you're happy with what you've achieved, but you're not feeling like you should. Like it's like you're not supposed to be this happy and you're not supposed to be this proud, and at the same time there's some imbalance within your emotional side, and it's making things difficult for you to express yourself, and communication is difficult for you, and it feels, I kind of get the impression that you feel the only way you can prove yourself is to focus on work and what you've achieved and how much you can achieve and how much you can take on, because you have a lot of new beginnings here. Let's see. What's the advice here to remove your blockages? What's the advice for group 2, please? What's the advice? The 4th chakra, that's your heart chakra, and you need to open up your heart, because emotionally, as I said before, you're not very, you want to fill your cup, but you're not ready to have that conversation yet. Kind of looks like that to me. Let's see, 2 more please. Gonna take you, the Angel of Love. Wow. You want someone to help you achieve that, but you're holding on to something, and you don't let yourself feel those feelings. You have to open up your heart, and think of wearing more green. Open up your heart chakra and wear more green. One more, please. And the first chakra, Archangel Michael, sorry, my eyes. Okay. This is the root chakra and talks about your foundation. And I think I don't see too many fours. I only see this Four of Pentacles here. And I think you feel very grounded and safe with what you have. This is where you have trouble letting go. But you need to understand that if your root chakra is solid, your foundation is solid, then you don't need to worry about anything that comes your way, anything that comes to change one thing or the other. If you need to let go of things, you can. You don't have to hold on to things so tightly. If things come to fill your cup with love, you can allow them to come in and to help you progress. And bottom of the deck is the Angel of Balance. Again, as I said before, because you feel imbalanced within your root chakra, it's very difficult for you to make sudden movements, and it looks like you want all these new beginnings and you appreciate them coming your way, but at the same time I don't see you making any sudden movements. I get the feeling that you're kind of holding on to things rather than allowing things to come your way and receiving them with an open heart. It's very difficult for you to do that. What's the advice for group 2, please? What's the advice for group 2? Okay. Strength, courage, and lighten your load. It's and bottom of the deck energy is this good luck card. Okay, I'm gonna start with lighten your load, because this to me is telling this Four of Pentacles to let go of things. You need to lighten up. You need to be less tight and on your grip, and you need to make sure that other people know what you're going through and open up to them, because they can help you, and even if they just listen to you, they can help and they can make things easier for you. The other two cards that make me laugh, and I'm gonna put them here, are Strength and Courage. The courage to accept things coming your way, the strength to be resilient and in control and happy, and when I say in control, I'm not saying it like be a control freak or something like that. Just be in control and know that whatever comes your way, you can handle it, because clearly you can. And the bottom of the deck energy is this good luck card, which is, for me, is more like a reminder. It's not necessarily a deeper message. You need to know that luck is on your side, and you need to trust the process. You need to trust the universe. You need to trust your guides, that all of them, they want your best interest. Let's see, what's a good reminder for you? That's a good reminder. False indigo. Immersion, and intuition. When you reach the end of what you should know, you will be at the beginning of what you should sense. That's interesting. To me, this again talks about accepting new things, because right now you're in that stage where you have a tight grip on things because of your desire to control them. But when you lose that desire to control them, things can happen in a good way, in a lucky way, right? And it's going to give you more power, more strength more courage, more of the good things. The load will be your load would be lightened by this fact. So that's a good reminder. Let's see. Let's see what's your affirmation. Something you need to remember to take with you. I slow down and listen to the guidance that's available to me. You have the guidance. You need to lighten your load. You need to slow down. You need to take a break. And you need to take all of that in. Take what resonates with you. That's all I have. Please remember that this is always about your own power and how you decide to do things. I hope to see you in another video. Thank you for joining me. Hi group 3, I hope you're well. If you chose this dried flower, this message is for you. So, today we'll ask the universe and see what messages you need to hear from your spirits and guides. Messages are for some of you, not all of you, so this might not resonate for you. Let's see what you need to know. What does group 3 need to know? Oops. Some clumsy today. What does group 3 need to know? Starting off with death. Hierophant, wow, major arcana. I'm just gonna look at them. You have the Fool, the Eight of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. They want to make an appearance later. They will. Sorry for that. What messages does group 3 need to hear? Two of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. And what else? And the Six of Pentacles. And the bottom of the deck energy is this Ten of Cups. Sorry for that. So, okay, group 3. The messages for you are like this. There's a transformation happening right now, and I think it's easier for you to adopt a very structured way of dealing with it, with this Hierophant here. Just deal with it by the book rather than whatever comes kind of energy. It will require you to juggle some things and to pay attention to multiple things at the same time, but I think it has to do with your family and finances most of all, because the bottom of the deck energy is this Ten of Cups, and to me it speaks about fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, being happy, being in a very nurturing environment, very happy family. And then you have again the Ten of Pentacles, which talks about the wealth and traditional ways of being in a family and supporting one another. And the Two of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, one of them talks about juggling things. This might be something like juggling the emotional side with the practical side within a family. but for some of you might mean something completely different. Again, with the Hierophant, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, for some of you this is a marriage that you are trying to juggle at the same time. Death card is Scorpio, Hierophant is Taurus, again with so many pentacles here, and the water, the cups. It might be a connection between those two signs, but you need to pay more attention to how you what's the word I'm looking for, multitask. God, you need to pay attention to that. You need to pay attention how you multitask. Maybe someone within your family is not happy with how they're being neglected, or someone at your job, your manager, isn't happy with how you're neglecting your job because of your family and things like that. And you need to be more mindful and more giving of your time, of your emotions, be more emotionally available, be more sharing with what you have as a person, and share that with others. Let's clarify. Tell me more about the Death card for group 3. Tell me more about the Death card. Death card clarified by the Three of Wands. This, to me, talks about actioning on plans, traveling, thinking of journeys, not necessarily physical journeys, especially considering the situation, but I think this is some strategic move you're thinking of right now. Let's see what the Hierophant has for you. You have the Judgment card. Because this is a very traditional card, the Hierophant, coupled with this Judgment, I think it's a very judging energy, and I know it sounds ridiculous, but think of people who are judgmental, who refuse to see outside their box, and I think you're dealing with that right now. Either you are like that, or someone who you're dealing with is exactly like that and refuses to see other points of view. It's just their word and that's the end of it, kind of energy. Let's see, this Two of Pentacles is the Page of Swords, clarifying. It's interesting because this Page of Swords is this tiny butterfly being born here, and Judgment talks about being reborn, and the Death card talks about being reborn. And I think now I kind of understand. You're juggling your old self and your new self come to life, and it's kind of difficult. Some people might be very against it and you have to fight with them, but I think your main purpose is to be happy. Tell me more about the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. Yes, I think you're working hard for that. I keep hearing that so that nothing is missing from your family, like to give them everything. This is what you're thinking right now, but at the same time you're trying to shift something in your personality, and it's not met with the most openness, let's say. Tell me more about the Six of Cups, Six of Coins, sorry, Six of Pentacles, clarified by the Nine of Swords. And when I said you need to give more of your resources, attention, time, money to others, I meant it, but I think this comes with a very high price for you. You want to be in that sharing energy, and you want other people to give to you, give back to you, but it's causing you sleepless nights and it's causing you anxiety and depression. think of it like that. You have this beautiful gift. You are a good singer, an amazing singer, right? And you want to go on stage, but every time you think of doing that and share your gift with the world, a crippling anxiety haunts you, and you're unable to perform. And it's exactly like that. You want to give more of your time and of yourself, but it's leaving you in doubt and in fear and depressed and in despair, and it doesn't serve you. What's the advice for group 3, please? What's the advice? Let's make some room. Okay, too many of you, but I'll take a look. You have the Chariot, the Judgment card again, the Queen of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, one more, Seven of Cups, and bottom of the deck energy is this Strength card. The advice is to remind yourself that you're so powerful, you can control everything, right? You have control over your feelings, over your outcome, over your skills, your talents, your inspiration, over everything. And you need to not be fearful of what you want to achieve. Because the advice here with this Chariot, to me, it tells me that you need to go straight ahead towards the goal you want to achieve and make a run for it, because it's going to end up the way you want it to. Again, you have the Judgment. You need to make some judgment calls and see if whatever comes your way, it's beneficial for you, because right now it looks like you're juggling so many things. You want to step out of your comfort zone with this Death card, but at the same time you're still looking at the family side of things. You want to be this all juggling master, but it's proven to be very difficult. So you need to make a judgment call, and you need to make sure that you make the right call. Sorry for that. You also get the Queen of Pentacles as an advice for you, and this is a very loving, caring kind of energy. This is a very nurturing energy, and I love this queen. She is so beautiful, and she's protected by her familiars. She makes her house a home. She has this shield to protect her, and in return she protects the ones that need protection. So the advice is to step up into this energy and embody it to your own advantage. Again, this is a very similar Six of Pentacles energy, and give from the protection she gains from her familiars and her shield. She gives protection to this tiny baby. You need to do the same. You need to, from the resources you have, you need to give to others as well to fill their cup. You need to find that spark that drives you with this Ace of Swords. You need to find that focus, that laser focus, that clear thinking way of doing things, and not be tempted by whatever options might present to you, because not everything that you see is beneficial to you. Let's see if we can clarify some of these. Okay. Clarifying the Chariot is this Five of Cups. I think the advice is to move forward with your ideas, because you're going to overcome whatever issues might come your way. But I think you are a bit regretful. You're looking into the past, and because you lost something at some point, it's very difficult for you to charge, to move forward towards something else. But to me, the advice is the same. You need to do that. You need to move forward because this is good for you. Let's clarify the Judgment. Oops, are my cards upside down? Yes, sorry for that. The Judgment card is clarified by the Two of Cups, and the Two of Cups is one of the strongest love cards in the deck. This to me tells me you need to make a judgment call when it comes to your loved one. And it's interesting because you have this Hierophant, which talks about tradition and sometimes marriage, being clarified by this Judgment card. And when I read that, you need to pay attention to that. You need to make sure that you're not surrounded by someone who's a judgmental person, or someone you're being the judgmental one. And right now you have the advice to make this judgment call when it comes to love. So for some of you, you need to make a decision when it comes to the person you love, or the person you want to marry, or the person you're married to. Okay, let's see. The Queen of Pentacles, clarified by the Page of Pentacles and the Lovers. Again, strong love in your chart, in your reading. You have this Page of Pentacles, which is a very someone who is possibly younger, I think, and you're nurturing them, and they might be a match for you, for some of you. I don't get the feeling that it's the same person, but it might be, because that's Taurus. Pentacles are Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. But some of you might deal with someone who's a Gemini at the same time. So I don't know. Let's see further. I kind of get the impression that these are two different people. The ones you have your marriage to, and this new one, this Judgment call, this with this Lovers card here. Tell me more about the Ace of Swords, please. The Ace of Swords clarified by the Ten of Swords. That's a powerful message. While you're looking for new beginnings here, you need to overcome the fact that something has ended. And you have the Death card, you have the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, the Judgment here, and now you have Ace of Swords and Ten of Swords. Something is ending for you, and you need to overcome that ending. I don't want to say it, but for some of you, might mean that you need to let go of your... I mean, not need to, but for some of you, you are thinking of moving on from your current partner with someone new. Or just leaving them altogether. To nurture yourself, to take care of yourself, and to stop with this pain here, because this is giving you anxiety. This is what's giving you sleepless nights. Tell me more about the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups clarified by the Six of Cups. Wow. So when I said Seven of Cups, and I was talking about options and about what other opportunities there are, one of them is someone from the past, something from the past, not necessarily someone, but the situation from the past re-emerging. And I think the message here is to not pay attention to this message because it doesn't serve you. Let's see what's the blockages and how to remove them. Contract. Wow. door to personal healing and happiness. And one more, please. Cornucopia. And the bottom of the deck is door to value. This is interesting because when I was reading the judgment cards, I was thinking of how much I have this energy of justice, which comes with contracts and legal documents attached. And now seeing the contract here, this is a reminder for you. You need to pay attention to any kind of legal situation. You need to open up your heart to this personal healing and happiness, to this Queen of Pentacles energy, to nurture yourself and to love yourself and others, and to welcome abundance into your life. This will also open the door to value, to help you see yourself in a better light. This Strength card comes to mind, and it will reinforce this kind of energy. Let's see what else we have for you, group 3. Okay, too many. Justice. What? This is interesting. Financial health, yes, because you're working towards that. Career, because you're working towards that. And bottom of the deck energy is manifestation. You're not actively manifesting things, but you are working to get into that energy. So you need to pay attention to your contracts and to being fair to others, because this is keeping you up at night. So for those of you who are legally married, do your papers before anything happens. Others might take a back seat and think of their financial health and growing their career to open the door to value, to open that abundance into their life. Because in the beginning, what's happening for you, it showed me that you are focused on your money and focused on juggling multiple things at the same time. But then as I asked for advice, it revealed that actually you need to focus on your emotional side of things and to clear things out in terms of your personal life. Let's see what's a reminder that you need to hear. What's a reminder for group 3? I didn't even start shuffling. Lily, majesty and virtue. The lily is the emblem rare of many virtues, good and rare. So you need to do things in a fair and honorable way if you want to do them. And you need to pay attention to things such as contracts, career, money. Okay, I hear you, group 3. You need 2 messages. I choose to be a super attractor and have an unwavering faith in the universe. That's the manifestation card here. And each time I choose to attune to spirit, guidance of the highest truth shows up to me. Okay. Take what resonates with you, group 3. This is always about your own power and how you decide you want things to go. I hope to see you in another video. Thank you so much for joining me.